about that.
Is that what a sailor would
But
say?
before they start flopping, that's when you gotta be scared, man. They can grab you, throw you in the air, kick you in the face with their Nike shoes.
Well, let me tell you, if you're catching Inkling, I don't want to be a fisherman. Let's see if, what do they call it in Splatoon? Don't get cooked, stay off the hook or something.
I've never played Splatoon, but that sounds amazing.
Well, either way, that's what S1's gotta do. Don't get cooked, stay off the hook.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's it. Of course, people in chat are bound to be correcting me, but you know, I don't read those.
Yeah, look at this already. A pretty even game right here. I can imagine that Ness is pretty decent at contesting Inkling's aerials because his aerials are that fast and good rising and landing.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Maybe they can even hit initial dash.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's a possibility, a distinct possibility. Look at that S-Smash punish by space, gonna push S1 off stage and get all this pressure. He somehow caught something with that roller.
And it
I don't
looks
know
like
if it was still the tech roll, but if it was, that was not okay. But very well done by space.
And it
reading
looks
that
like
tech.
Ness is light enough to be popped up out of the ground by the initial hit.
Yep, for sure. The down tilt is going to be great against Ness. As I mentioned, lasting hitbox, good range. And just like that, S1 closing out the first stock.
But not before taking a big 90%.
Yeah, a little bit of a deficit right here, but already wrecking 18% as an answer here. Let's see if he can keep it going. I wonder if he can absorb the splat bomb. Probably not, huh?
I wonder.
Down throw combo, no combos actually in this game. Down throw is not as good as it was last game. Ness's grab game in general is just a lot worse.
As they did to most characters, you know.
That's true.
It's gonna decentralize their main good points from Smash 4 and just add a little something to everything else.
Exactly.
That seems to have been the design philosophy.
Especially for a binary character like Ness, that is a big deal. But just like that, Ness, S1 actually whiffing something at the ledge and space with the presence of mind to throw it up smash there. To be fair, he had very little to lose at 66%. But he did get the punish and ended that stock early, which is good for Inkling. Very, very good.
Yeah, speaking of having little to lose, it really is Space's game to lose right now. He has the
control.
Oh, the tech.
But more PK Thunders keep coming. He's not out of the woodworks yet. That's the 4th PK Thunder in a row. 5th.
My God.
A lot of damage for S1. He's definitely looking for the back throw there.
Neutral air's coming out. And to smash the actual space. He really wants to ink him.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, those smash attacks don't only tech chase. They're also relatively low in lag, so it's kind of safe.
Kind of like Wolf.
S1 pulling out the up tilt to end that stock. Not a very standard maneuver for Ness.
Oh,
the tech there. He was probably scared for the roller after Space ended his first stock early.
No resources remaining. Can PK Thunder make it back?
Ooh, and he missed the angle there after you complimented him like 2 sets ago.
It was still a pretty good angle, you know.
It was still a good angle, but it was not good enough to get past those double. I mean, that's one bucket, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how it's one bucket, but she empties it twice.
Yeah.
So in my headcanon, it's 2 buckets. She pulls out one and shoves it in the front.
Well,
and then she stuffs it back wherever it came from.
I can clearly tell you've never played Splatoon because that slosher in the original game, it just will not stop.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't
stop. It just keeps going.
It just keeps. Well, it empties eventually, but not before you're all inked up, man. Like there are a lot of sloshers in that slosher.
As we can see, Space taking a 1-0 lead. S1 actually taking it back to Final Destination.
What do you think about that?
I think this is Inkling's best stage, honestly.
So that's a big oops.
That's a big yikes for me, Chief. Memes aside, the control. So Inkling's main thing in this game is she has an amazing flowchart. She has very strong correct options, quote-unquote correct options. Her backer is amazing. It's very hard to get around. Her ledge trapping is amazing. Oh, very, very well done by Space, jumping into the up B. But yeah, her backer is very hard to get around. Her ledge trapping with the splat bombs is very hard to get around, and not having platforms makes both that much better. It's very hard to avoid a grab on this stage. However, Ness doesn't really care about that because I can only assume that the up throw up air window, the kill window on Ness, is extremely small.
In Smash 4, most of those kill throw combo confirmed thingies were a little bit hard to perform on Ness.
Exactly.
Would make sense if it carried over.
There's Space with the edge guard double fair, giving the Nikes, not the boots. F smash is not gonna kill, but S1 in a pickle.
And he does get the angle the second time.
Yeah, nonetheless sloshes in that down smash, but the regrab coming right. Oh, he's gonna extend his regrab, but
He did get the angle, but this might have been the one time you wouldn't want it.
the thing is,
Ooh! Did you see the roll punish? Did you see the roller punish?
That was an amazing punish.
That's how you do it.
He is gonna take that first stock off of Space, but Space sitting pretty on this lead right now.
Yeah, he is being so consistently terrifying this game. His damage output has been absolutely nuts.
Look at the spacing by S1. He's trying to work around the hitboxes, but as soon as you shield approach, and there it is, you can heal off the splat bomb.
So
that's
that's
a big
good
deal.
to know for all your Ness mains out there, and Lucas is, of course.
And here's S1 trying to get some momentum going, but he does not get the up B. Valiant effort though. Space being very smart. He used the splatter, the splat roller, so that he could account for various different drifts. But did not work out there. S1 recovering a little bit too quickly. S1 still in this game. Don't be mistaken. He's made bigger comebacks happen.
Yes, he sure has, but it's going to be an uphill struggle for sure. I think one more roller or one proper edge guard, and it should be the end of S1. And, well, he's been left in percent.
Yep, it's looking very rough, and that back air definitely dominating this matchup. Looks very familiar to me. Since Squirtle and Ness are kind of similar characters, you know, they play in the same ranges. They have a lot of similar struggles when fighting versus Inkling.
Like
and
Squirtle
that
feels like the weirdest hybrid of like Diddy and Ness or something. It's just super weird with the forward air and stuff.
Ooh, the weak hit did not get the launcher on the up smash, and that means
weird.
S1 lives to fight another day.
Yes, he does, but not for long probably. One good hit and it should be curtains. Now, how do you get around a bear like that?
So you either go under it. Oh, okay.
Deleted.
I would not have teched that. You either go under it or over it. There's no getting in front of it. It only has 6 frames of landing lag, so there's no punishing it either. And just like that, the back air walling coming in clutch, that's all Space has to do on a flat stage like this. It's very, very hard to space around that.
So you basically have to get something goofy like a counter or
well, I
something
mean,
with
you can
super armor.
you can throw a projectile at it.
Projectiles.
You can call out the fact that he does it landing, and you can go under it. But then if he does it rising, you get caught by it, right? And if he does a short up rising back air, he can still axe before he lands. So it's not that committal. But you have to call out the mix-up. It's not a very let's put it this way: back air is a very neutral dominant move.
Yeah, there's no one real way to get around it.
No, you need to outread it. And on the other hand, if she hits it, especially at low percents, it can go into jab and grab, both extremely high damage options. Back air itself, if it hits the sweet spot, is like 12.5%, I would say. And there come the jabs. That is a lot of ink as well, and about 20% damage. Look at that. Once again, the jab, about 20% damage and a lot of ink.
He's all orange.
He's all orange, and that's all pain. And that ink damage actually multiplies by up to 1.5. And you don't need to be fully inked to get the 1.5 damage bonus.
So is the full ink mostly just for a longer
Extra
time
duration.
of ink?
Extra duration,
Yeah,
exactly. So when you're about 3/4 inked, you're already taking max damage.
Okay.
And anything extra is just extra duration. And there's the back air, 2 jab coming out at these mid percents. Very, very strong damage tracking tool. Back throw.
But this is the first time in the set that S1 has actually taken the lead.
Yeah, that's big.
As it is, of course, 2-0 here in game number 3.
Yep, there is the rotation of the scoreboard.
So S1 needs to make a count right here if he wants to stay in the bracket.
Yeah, he needs to hold on to the stock, not die early, and not get control taken away out of his hands, basically, because it's very hard to lose control and then immediately die afterwards, especially with those Nike shoes off stage. Nair coming in. Nice double jump up air by S1, using that unique double jump timing to mix Space up. Space not looking too strong in this game. And Space immediately going back to his clutch, the back air walling, and S1 actually answering with a rising forward air. So what we can take away from that is that that forward air has enough range to play to the same zone as the back air does. And that way he can actually try to contest the back air. Of course, he would never want to trade with it, but that speaks for itself.
And now we're back at even stocks, as Space did finally take S1 first stock, but not before taking a massive amount of damage and actually dying to the PK Thunder. Well, that's kind of new.
That is new, but Ezreal died to the big Thunder as well. It was not new to this top 8.
No, that none, of course. But you know, having just things just killed, it's so nice.
It helps a lot. Yeah, I mean, they can take a lot away from Ness, but he will always be a killing machine. He has a lot of kill options, and that's one of his main strengths. The down air barely not sweet spotting, but Space is still going strong.
Goes high.
A high up B, but that down smash covers everything.
Everything indeed.
And it's even.
That's a problem, man. With Ness, if you want to go high, you can, but you know, you're out there for a while. People can see what you're doing.
Exactly, and Space being smart enough to actually, he never overextends off stage. Because he knows that if you overextend, you get caught by the PK Thunder, you get caught by a double jump aerial, or S1 uses one of his many mix-ups to alter his angles and make it back anyway.
Yeah.
Space, however, I mean, he's played versus Ness before, he played versus S1 before, and he's making it happen. Look at that bear walling right now. It's very hard for Ness to get in, but he does so with one of his Psy Magnet tricks. Look at that, Psy Magnet once again into the forward throw.
And there's the PK Thunder.
That's a lot of damage.
Space in a horrible position now.
Another one, but a good tech by Space. He does get the normal get up, immediate back throw, and this is Space's time, however, does not get to finish it. The roller, not going to get the bury, but he does make it back into a favorable position.
And after a horrible
No
start.
double jump for S1.
Is that, the perfect angle once again.
The perfect angle, and Space not contesting it, did not have the right angle to contest it.
But after a terrible start at this game for S1,
he's on the ropes.
Yeah, he's on the ropes once again. There's the splat bomb. It's a big heal, but can he come back?
The back air.
Whoa.
That is going to do it. That is going to do it. Space with a 3-0. Fighting for his, well, I mean, I want to say his tournament life, but he was up 2-0.
He was up 2-0, but still the clutchest edge guard of the top 8 so far.
That was a great comeback in general. Very well done. Space taking a sigh of relief.
But he's not